Hello, and welcome to another one of Lighthouse International's modules. So today we'll be going through Chapter 3, which is cyberbullying, and talking about how cyberbullying is going to affect you and the people around you. So first up, what is cyberbullying? Bullying online, or cyberbullying, is very similar to offline bullying. So it happens pretty much in the same way, where you're looking to cause someone harm. But in this case here, it is more about causing mental harm than anything else because the physical is taken out. But it's still about reoccurring and the other person feeling unable to stop it fully. It can also lead to physical suffering in the future as well. It can happen at any time. It can follow a targeted person. And it happens on the social media platforms, games, apps, and many other things as well. So it can include posts, comments, videos, emails, chats, live streams, images, memes, all these sort of things here. Today it happens mainly on your TikTok, your Instagram. It can also happen on Facebook, Snapchat. There's a lot of apps these days that these can happen on. So what does it involve? Cyberbullying involves quite a few things. We won't mention all of them, but we'll mention some of the common ones. So hurtful or abusive messages, some of the ones we see. Nasty rumors and lies. Fake accounts. Kids can create fake accounts of other people and pretend to be them. Sharing photos that they don't know is being taken of them is a common one as well. Making accounts and pretending to be someone else or continuing to make accounts to contact that person and bully them is also very common as well. And being left out and ignored, so especially in group activities when it's being posted online. If you are being bullied by someone, what should you do? Well, the first one is the most common one that people tell you, don't hit back. You may think it's silly, but the reason is that most of these people are looking for a reaction. And if you hit back, you're giving that reaction. So it's not going to make it stop, it's going to make it worse, and they're going to continue going on. So you need to make sure that even though it sounds silly, you just don't make comments back. You take the next step. Usually it's really good to tell someone you trust. This person can be a teacher, it could also be a family member or a friend of yours. If you're a child, it's always good to tell an adult you trust because they're going to be able to help you in the future if it continues. So, you don't have to cope with it on your own. It can be hard to handle, especially on your own. So you need to make sure that you are doing the right thing. And, think about asking them to stop. I mean, look, it doesn't always work, but if you think you can and you have the courage to, ask them to stop, do the right steps. Make sure you show that you've done the right steps too. Take screenshots of you asking them and tempting them to be stopped. If they continue on, then that is going to become a greater issue later on. What happens if the person keeps bullying you then? As we mentioned before, first step is always to collect evidence. If you could screenshot the harmful content, but also the attempts you've made to get them to stop and everything else, it helps to collect that evidence for further reporting. So then you got to report to the online service. So for example, if this is happening on Facebook, we're going to report it on Facebook. Now, if it doesn't happen within 48 hours and we don't get a response or nothing happens, that's when we need to go to esafety.gov.au and they will take it from here. And they will have the proper means to make sure it happens. Number 3 is always to prevent further contact. So continue blocking them, continue to mute any other accounts they have. Check your privacy settings as well. If you can lock it down more to stop them from being able just to message you randomly. And if you're taking a burden on yourself, number 4 is to always get more help. So make sure you talk to a trusted adult, but counseling is always available as well. And there are definitely free websites you can contact that will help with counseling, such as Beyond Blue and other websites. As always, if there's immediate risk to your life or your safety, you should always call 000 immediately and get their assistance. So, what if you are the bully? If you are protecting in cyberbullying and think you may have unintentionally participated in cyberbullying, you should know a couple of things. Well, it actually has become a criminal offense now. So, it's in the past, it used to be not so bad for those who committed these sort of crimes, but now it's become more serious where you can go to the court of law and you can be punished. So there are plenty of cases where people have told others online, go hurt yourself or do something else because you're a loser. And people have done it and because they've done it, they've put that person into a position where they've gone to court and they've been put into jail. These things have repercussions now, so it's always important to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe, but everyone else around you safe as well, especially if you think you did unintentionally. If you're doing it intentionally, though, just know that you're really putting yourself in a bad position, to ruin your future. Basically, we suggest that you remove anything that you're unsure of off of social media if you think it may be unacceptable or you think it might be a bit of bullying that you really think about it. Always just best to remove it. But if you are bullying, you need to stop your actions. Remember that you can be held accountable, especially if something happens to that person. And the evidence that is collected will be used against you. As we said before, it's about looking out for yourself and others. You need to be more aware about cyberbullying and what is involved and risks that come with it if you participate. You can see the signs now, you can see what cyberbullying is, but this is all about doing the following: helping you to support the person being bullied and helping you to also seek support if you are a person being bullied. Helping others to go through the right steps to solve the issue now that you know the steps to take, and also to help yourself to go through those steps as well. Talking to an adult is always helpful, especially if it's someone you trust, because adults have a bit more awareness of the law, but also the right steps as well, and they're going to be able to help you to find the right people and get the right contacts. And especially teachers, they are paid for this. They have, they've been trained to help you through the steps and to get you to the right people. Also, report your bully because the law and the justice will take action. It may take a while, but in the end, it will be done. So the digital world is changing, and the actions we take change as well, because we're now held more accountable. So this means that we need to make sure that we take the right steps to make sure we have a better future. Thank you for joining us for Chapter 3 of our module for Lighthouse International's e-safety modules. We hope that if you have any questions in the future, you will reach out to us and ask. Thank you.